Hey, and welcome to your 10-day experience. I am super excited for you to get started and have your package arrive. I'm just going to walk you through exactly how to use these products, what to expect over the next 10 days. So, if you are new to exogenous ketones, what they basically are is they are just going to be a supplement that puts you into ketosis within 1 hour. Following a ketogenic diet is not 100% required. It does help maximize results, but we will get into all of that in just a minute. So I want to talk to you a little bit first about how to use them and going over some really important things. So I know when you first get them, you can feel really overwhelmed and you may have a lot of questions. So first and foremost, I want you to jot down your weight, take some measurements, and go ahead and take some photos. I know they can be uncomfortable, but I don't want you guys to stress about this. Over the next 10 days, you guys are going to see, you may see some fluctuations in your weight as your body adjusts to this entire lifestyle. And we'll talk about that. But just jot it down because you're going to see changes in your body, and maybe it's not always just the scale, but it's going to be the way you look and the way you feel. So I want you to jot down your weight. How do you feel right now? Take a quick temperature of where are you at 2 p.m., 3 p.m.? When do you have that energy crash? Because these are things that you're going to notice change for the better over the next 10 days. So I want you to be excited about this. Next, and this is so important, guys, is I want you to check out the biohackers guide, so whether that is going to be in your actual 10-day experience, there should be this paper inside of it. So you have the hacker's guide. It's going to walk you through so many things, as well as all the recipes that you'll need, as well. They're in our group, or it's in the email that I sent for getting started. But go ahead, you're going to check that out. But one of the biggest things that you need to know is that you are going to need to drink a ton of water. Why? So basically, being in ketosis is a natural diuretic. So that means you're going to be flushing out all of that water from your body, and you're going to need to replenish that so that you don't get dehydrated. If you're not adding that water in, guys, you might notice actually gaining in weight, extra bloating. Why does this happen? Because as your body begins to burn fat for fuel, those fat cells, they go into survival mode. So what they're going to do is they're going to hold on to water. This is called the whoosh. Can I say whoosh? Such a teacher. But it's going to hold on to the water. So unless you are drinking enough water to flush out that, they're just going to continue to hold on to water. You're going to notice the water bloat, the water gain. So adding water is really going to make or break your results in the sense of that, as well as energy. So the whoosh is something you might notice. It's not going to happen on day one. It's going to happen around for people, it's really different, guys. So it can happen anywhere between day 4 all the way up to day 20. So it really depends on how your body responds, how much water you're drinking. And some of you, a lot of water to one person might mean nothing to someone else. So I'm going to give you some guidelines here. And I know if I have lots of people who are teachers, and always they're driving in the car a lot. So getting that water in can be difficult because of the bathroom situation, but it's so important. So I want you to be shooting for at around a gallon a day. I drink at least a gallon a day. Right now, I am already almost 3/4 of the way to a gallon. It is 11:30 in the morning. You're going to notice that you're just naturally more thirsty as you are in ketosis, as you have sodium coming in from foods. If you're eating keto, like bacon and avocado and things like that. So make sure that you are really drinking that at least a gallon a day, as well as making sure, this is really important, guys, that you guys are at least drinking at least a glass of water before you drink your ketones. We highly recommend that you're doing that, getting your body prepped and ready for it. If you are fasting, and you're drinking your ketones first thing in the morning, you don't want to, if you haven't drank in 6-7 hours, you haven't had a sip of water, you don't want to just throw those ketones into your body. You want to make sure that you're drinking water and you're going through. I'm drinking water now because legitimately, you're going to be a lot thirstier. So make sure that you are getting water, like water, water, water. I cannot stress that enough. Most people who talk about that they've gained weight, it's going to be because they are not adding enough water into their daily lifestyle. And also, because you're flushing out, water along with that is going to be electrolytes. So you are going to need to get an electrolyte supplement into your system every single day. Myself, I notice that if I am having some type of midday slump, I notice immediately that it's because I didn't have enough electrolytes that day, or I didn't drink any electrolytes that day. And as soon as I add them in, I'm back to feeling good and moving on. So when you're flushing out electrolytes, right, you're also flushing out sodium. So when you get your packets, a lot of people, a lot of concern, they see the sodium and they kind of have this like freak out. And they're like, why is there so much sodium in here? It is because your body's flushing sodium out. And so you actually need it to replenish everything that's leaving your system, along with those electrolytes. That's going to maintain your energy and your focus throughout the day. And so if you're not having enough electrolytes and you're not getting enough water, some people might notice a slight headache. They're going to notice they feel tired, or be more tired than usual. It's because your body is flushing this out. You don't want to get any type of dehydration. So make sure you're getting your water and your electrolytes. And what are some ways you can get electrolytes into your system? You can do electrolyte tablets. I order them off Amazon. They're super cheap. And you just add them in every single day, and you can just follow the directions for it right there on the bottle. Himalayan sea salt, adding that to your foods. If you feel like it's not enough, your body will tell you, you will know. Make sure that you are going to have to either add more or figure something out. Some people add Himalayan sea salt right to their water. That's not my jam. So that's what I do. If you're in a pinch, or if you're just getting started, or you just drank your half packet or your first packet and you're watching this video now because you were so excited, you're like, I don't have time to order. What am I going to do today? Go to the store. There's things, there's squirt bottles called Mio that have electrolytes in it. You can do Propel. Some people do Smart Water that have the electrolytes added into it. So these are all different ways. My only hesitation is going to be, and suggestion for you with the Mio and the Propel, Gatorade, things like that, is that it does have sugar or it has sucralose. And that's really not that great for you. So I would recommend, if you need it in a pinch, go for it. If you need it for a couple days just to get you over a hump till you get your tablets in or whatever, then go ahead and do it. But for long run, everyday sustainability, probably not the best thing. So make sure you're getting your water and your electrolytes absolutely every single day. Okay, so I'm going to talk a little bit about when and how. So when do I take when am I going to take my ketones? So first of all, there is no right or wrong time to take your ketones. Because they're caffeinated, definitely take that into consideration if you are sensitive to caffeine. The caffeine is only equal to 1 cup of coffee. So if you're going to take it at 11 o'clock, that's totally fine. Most people really like the way they feel. They want that energy. They want the mental clarity, the focus. They want to be sure that they're putting their body into fat burning mode first thing in the morning, right? Or if they're extending their fasting period, because it does help with appetite suppression. So they are finding that they're taking it first thing in the morning. Hold on, I have notes here so I don't forget, because I could totally forget stuff. So honest, right? So there is no right or wrong way. So decide what works best for you. So some people take it first thing in the morning. Some people take it in the middle of the day. Some people like to have coffee first thing in the morning. It's just a ritual that they do, and then they take it mid-morning. When they first start to get hungry, they might take that, and it extends that fasting period just a little bit longer. So it's really up to you. I personally take mine first thing in the morning. I wake up, I do my workouts in the morning. So when I wake up around 5 a.m., I drink my ketones. Then when I get hungry around 9, I have my Keto Cream and my coffee, like 9, 10. And then around 1 or 2, because I drink 2 packets a day, and that's up to your discretion, how you want to do it, and we'll talk about the pros and cons and all of that, and you can make your decision from there. However, this first 10 days, you're only going to do it once a day, but then I take it again later in the afternoon around 2 or 3, and I don't have any problem sleeping because it gives you the energy you actually need energy to stay in REM sleep. So it is going to help you sleep. Do I recommend taking a highly heavy caffeinated one at 7 p.m.? Probably not. So figure out the time of day that works for you. And if over these next 10 days you experiment with it, that's okay too. Just figure out what works best. There is no right or wrong way. And what you might do Monday through Friday might look different than what you do on Saturday and Sunday if you're not working out. So just play around with it. This is your time to figure it out. But I am going to say, how do you take it? You are going to start with a half a packet. And this is why. So some people do have digestive issues, meaning going to the bathroom. This is because being in ketosis, not the exogenous ketones, they put you into ketosis, and being in ketosis in that state, it is just naturally flushing out toxins, guys, which is a good thing. So some people might get an upset stomach. They might have some digestive issues because basically, if you have a lot of inflammation in your midsection, it's going to be flushing that out. It helps reduce inflammation within your body, which is an amazing thing. So if you do have diarrhea, know that it's only going to last 1 to 2 days at most. Know that it's a good thing, guys. Know that it's your body just prepping itself, becoming adapted, becoming more efficient at burning ketones for fuel, which is really good, and being in ketosis and just getting rid of all of that, all of those toxins. But be prepared. So if you do, so I want you to start with half a packet a day, right? Start in the morning. If you feel okay, go ahead and add that second half of the packet later that day, and see how you feel. Everything is going, I want you to move at the pace at which you feel comfortable with. So for example, I started with a half a packet in the morning on day one, a half a packet in the afternoon. I felt fine. I did not suffer with any digestive things. The next day, I jumped right to a full packet in the morning. I felt fine. I stayed with that. Some people, they do a half a packet and maybe their stomach is a little upset. It's okay. Stay with that half a packet for another day or two. Then add the second half of the packet later in the day. So you're basically getting one full packet. Then work your way. You're going to work your way up to drinking one full packet all at once, right? So some people, you may be drinking a whole packet by day 2. Some of you, it may be day 4 or day 5. But know that the digestive issues do work themselves out. It's very short-lived. It's really not that bad. If it's really uncomfortable, stay with a half a packet for as long as you feel necessary. Other ways that you can alleviate that, make sure you get some magnesium in you. That really helps your enzymes in there. Or another suggestion would be to go ahead and drink this with food. This way your body is absorbing the ketones, because when you're drinking it on a fasted state, it absorbs the ketones much quicker, and you're getting into ketosis much faster, longer. So if you're drinking it when you're eating, it does slow down the absorption rate a little bit more, so that into your bloodstream at least, so that way it doesn't take such a strong toll on your digestion and everything like that. And then of course, a lot of questions, how am I going to eat? So first and foremost, one of the biggest mistakes people make, I'm going to say that this is not, and I say it all the time, this is not an excuse to eat like crap, right? But if you are already following keto, just stay with how you're eating, throw it in. If you're looking at overhauling everything and do this day 1, I'm going to tell you that you're going to have you might have some setbacks there, because a lot of people really are worried about the keto flu. The keto flu is caused from removing all carbs, all sugar, everything from your system. So if you're doing that and adding this, you may suffer more digestive issues. You may have more headaches, and you might not know, is it from because I'm not getting enough water? Is it because of the exogenous ketones? Where is it coming from? So you don't have to overhaul everything all at once. That is the absolute beauty of this product, and why it's so innovative, guys, is because it allows you to live and have flexibility without being perfectly keto and still get your body into that amazing beneficial state of ketosis. So small changes over time work out to be really big changes. So maybe you just want to start by low, like honestly, because this is going to reduce your cravings. It's going to make it does help appetite. So you're not going to be wanting to eat as much. And if you're like me, like I think about food, or I did, like all of the time, it was always on my mind, even if I wasn't hungry, and I would eat. But this helps with that. So you're going to notice like the tendency to not crave those carbs all the time. So start by lowering carbs, adding more water, replacing things like iced tea or whatever with water, right? Make the small changes that are going to grow to be bigger. Obviously, following lower carb, high fat, it helps maximize the effects of this because it's going to keep you and prolong your state of ketosis, which is going to be longer fat burn, longer energy, longer mental clarity, right? But it's not 100% necessary to get started. If you are wanting more information on what the keto diet looks like to start making small changes, make sure you're checking out the files section in our group. Going through, we have everything you need to get started with a ketogenic lifestyle, recipes, everything that you could possibly want, but know that it's not 100% necessary in order to get results. So let's talk about what you're going to get in your 10-day. So I am really excited about this. So I have my upgraded 10-day. When I first started, I actually just did a basic 10-day, which was going to be 3 flavors, the orange, the chocolate, and the max. And now I do upgraded. So because the whole point of the 10-day experience, guys, is yes, it's going to help you break plateaus, but everyone's results are they're going to vary, right? Everyone's going to have a different range of what they're seeing. In the first 10 days, you're definitely going to experience mental clarity, and you're definitely going to experience increased energy and better sleep. But if you're looking to lose 10 pounds, some people do, some people don't, depending on the way your body responds, metabolizes. Some people take a little bit longer. This is an amazing way. The 10-day experience basically is going to give you samples of every flavor, every formula that we offer, so that you can figure out like which one is your soulmate, which one works best with your lifestyle. How do you feel on different ones? Because the different formulas have different acting ingredients that are going to change the way that you feel, how fast you get into ketosis, how long you stay there. So all of my experiences, they are all caffeinated. Like I said before, the caffeine is only equivalent to 1 cup of coffee. Some have a little bit more caffeine based on the amount of ketones that they have. And I'm going to walk you through that. So you're going to get 10 packets, and you're going to get started with, so you have 2 of our chocolate swirl. When making this, definitely check out the recipe section. The chocolate swirl has more caffeine than, say, the max, just because it doesn't have as many of the ketones. But this is great. It's going to get you into ketosis within an hour. You can go ahead. I personally like to mix this either with unsweetened almond milk, iced coffee with unsweetened almond milk and ice, and just shake it up, or you can put it in the blender, and it tastes really, really good. It's up to you how you want to do it, when you want to do it. This is not everybody's #1 favorite flavor when mixed with water. It tastes kind of like a Tootsie Roll, a very strong Tootsie Roll, which it still is good, but it's not, everybody's like favorite thing. This doesn't become a shake. It's still very liquidy, so you don't have to worry about it having like a weird texture or anything like that. But that is the chocolate swirl. This is one of our original formulas, the, operating Keto OS operating system. 1 hour in ketosis, and it's, again, like one of the original formulas. Next up, we have our orange cream, and this is going to taste like a creamsicle. I personally love this one with LaCroix, the sparkling water. I like it with the coconut water. I like it with the lime. I've done this with coconut milk blended, and it's really good. I've done it with water. Not everybody's favorite with water. I personally don't mind it. Again, it's more just liquidy. It's not really a shake. But a couple things about the orange cream I want you guys to know about is that it does contain, this formula actually contains MCT oil. So it is going to have a little bit higher calorie content as well as fat because of the MCT. MCT just helps your body naturally produce ketones, right? This is going to be a little bit more of appetite suppression because of that extra fat that is added into it. It's caffeinated. But the main thing you guys need to know about this is that there are traces of dairy. So if you have dairy intolerances or you're allergic, go ahead and maybe start really small with this, depending, or talk to me, depending on how bad or severe your allergy may be. This, I probably would not start off with this flavor, just to see, because the MCT oil, some people, that can cause some more digestive issues. So maybe wait till, day 5, day 6, day 7 to go ahead and add this in. Or if you are going to start with this, make sure you're doing the half a packet. Don't just jump into the full thing, because that MCT oil can upset some people's stomachs, depending on their inflammation, how they respond to MCT oil, just in general. Then we have my 2 favorite flavors. So you're gonna get 2 orange, 2 chocolate, the original formulas. Then you're actually going to get 5 of our Max. And so our Max actually contains 40% more ketones. So it's actually gonna have less caffeine in it than the original formula, because it has more ketones. And you're gonna get 3 flavors. We have 3 flavors of our Max currently right now. And so we have raspberry lemonade and we have Maui Max Punch. And these are my favorite. These are probably our best sellers. People absolutely love, love, love these flavors. This definitely tastes like, I always say it tastes like childhood. It is, basically, it tastes exactly like raspberry lemonade is going to taste. It's really good. Some people may find it sweet or too sweet. I always just recommend adding more water to it. Then we also have our Maui Max Punch, which again, some people initially might feel like it's a little sweet. It does taste exactly like fruit punch, and just adding water as you adjust. I love how quickly this gets you into ketosis. It gets you into ketosis. The Max flavors do faster. It keeps you in there longer because it does have 40% more ketones in it. And then of course we have the Swiss cacao cake. I always feel really uncomfortable saying that word because I never know if I'm saying it right, but it's Swiss cacao. Most people really enjoy this mixed with unsweetened almond milk. It tastes like hot chocolate, even if you're drinking it cold. So just be sure that you can try it with water. I personally have never tried it with water, but you can try it with unsweetened milk, regular milk. Some people mix it in with their hot coffee, but there's lots of different ways, because when you mix exogenous ketones in with hot coffee, it doesn't have any issue it doesn't take away any of the actual effects of the ketones into your system. But like I said, the raspberry lemonade and our Maui Max Punch, these are my absolute favorite flavors. These is probably everybody's favorite flavor. I don't know many people who are not massive, massive fans of this. This is probably the most ordered off of our site. So if you're someone that is starting off 1 a day, if you're looking to get the max weight loss benefits and wanting to do 2 a day, what most people do is, depending on what time they're working out, because they have 40 times more the ketones in them, these are really, really good for, if you notice athletes are drinking this. If you're working out, it's not a pre-workout. It's not going to give you the jittery, weird, scratchy, itchy feeling. It's not anything like that. None of these products give that to you. It's very level energy. But what this does is, because it keeps you in ketosis longer, it's going to sustain you through that workout. And so most people talk about, when they drink these, they actually feel better than any pre-workout they've had before. There are cookbooks. There are people that are authors, very strong in keto eating, very strong in performance and nutrition lines, that say that these actually are probably hands down the best performance enhancement products, in the sense of not illegal because they're 100% natural, but it really does help you perform longer or push harder and do that. So that's why these are absolutely amazing. Even if you are not an elite athlete and you're just I kind of just like the flavor, you still are going to get the same benefits of it, the same being in ketosis, the fat burn, and everything that comes along with being in ketosis. But if you are looking, so I said before, I drink 2 a day now. In the beginning, you're going to start with 1. If you're looking for maximum results, maximum weight loss, whatever it is, or maybe you just really hit a really bad slump later in the day, or sometimes I need extra if I have a heavy workload that day and I have a lot I need to do, and I'll do 2 a day. I usually drink one of these before I work out. And then I do either an orange or chocolate later in the day, or I do one of each because they do come in packets of 20. And that is because of the price point. They don't ever want to they don't want to have something that's like really highly priced. And because of the amount of ketones in this, the production of the product, all of that, they want to keep a good price point. So they're going to keep these at 20 packets. So people normally are purchasing 2 for a month, and then that should last them all the way through, even if they are doing 2 packets most of the days, if that makes sense. So you're gonna get 2 raspberry lemonade, 2 Max Maui Punch, 1 Swiss cacao, and then of course, and it just fell on the floor, so let me grab this really fast, but your 10th packet is going to be Keto Cream. And I cannot rave about this product enough. So if you know anything about keto, if you know anything about nutrition, or you've been looking on Pinterest, one of the biggest things right now is called fat coffee, bulletproof coffee, butter coffee. And that is because they discovered that adding MCT oil and healthy fats first thing in the morning is going to turn your brain on. It is going to begin helping your body produce natural ketones, which we are now discovering in science, the medical field are getting on board with, that being in ketosis and using ketones for fuel is actually human optimization for your brain, for fat loss, for more energy, for better sleep, for pretty much everything in your body. So like this bulletproof coffee trend is now out there, and it's basically a tablespoon of butter, tablespoon of coconut oil, you blend it, you can add stuff, whatever. This replaces bulletproof coffee, and it tastes 100 times better. And I loved bulletproof coffee, guys, but this is really, really good. This is going to be our keto cream. It's functional fat. It actually does not contain ketones in it. What it does is the MCT oil in it that is going to produce this functional fat technology is actually going to help your body begin producing natural ketones and put your body into fat burning, weight loss, first thing in the morning, turn your brain on. You're going to have this like boost of energy, and it's going to feel great. But again, it doesn't have the exogenous ketones in it that's going to get you into ketosis and keep you there for the entire day, or even keep you in there for a full 4-6 hours. Sorry. So what is in this is actually you're going to get 3 types of MCT oil in there for like maximum brain like function. Like it's amazing. In addition to that, you're actually get 4 strands of collagen, collagen peptides. So adding collagen, I was adding collagen into my shakes before. For my knees, I have bad knees, and this is going to be awesome. It helps with I don't have to do it anymore because I have it in here. So now my knees feel better. I don't suffer from like old age or jumping and running and stuff like that. It helps your skin. It helps your nails. It helps your hair. It's basically, just like overall amazing. And it's also going to have something called AC11, which is basically going to be, it helps you like repair enzymes in your body, which is going to then help repair DNA. So this in your coffee is basically anti-aging in a cup, time machine. It's going to help you just feel better, and it tastes better than any latte I've had. And I am like a huge Starbucks. I was at one point a huge Starbucks fan. I love getting vanilla lattes, all of that. I don't go there anymore because this is amazing. Like this is absolutely the best thing I've ever tasted. It is sweetened with stevia. So if you have any aversion to stevia for whatever reason, unless you're allergic, give this a try, because I don't think you can taste it at all. But I've had people say like have concerns because they do have allergic reactions to stevia. But for the most part, like this is absolutely amazing. And so most people are ordering this to have in their coffee every day because it's amazing. And then they throw this on, and they continue. And so as you're listening to me talk about this, right, and you're thinking that's a lot to have in a day, and I get that. Like I said, results are going to vary for these 10 days. Drinking ketones for 10 days, adding these exogenous ketones into your body is not going to change everything for the rest of your life. You are going to feel more mental clarity. You're going to feel you're going to feel sleep, and like what it's like to wake up, sleeping like a rock and waking up feeling super refreshed. You're going to feel that mental clarity. You're going to feel like the ability to like want to work out or go for a walk or push harder in your workouts, wherever you are physically. but actual weight loss is going to vary. And so a lot of people are concerned that like after the 10 days, if I stop taking them, like what happens? Am I going to gain your weight back? Of course not. Like anything else, it depends on how you respond and like what your actions are when you finish doing something. But unless you're following a very strict keto diet, tracking your macros, doing everything to get your body into ketosis every single day, you are not going to feel that energy, all of that. So if you're looking for a long-term solution, if you're looking for breaking the plateau, continuing on with these is something that I would highly recommend. So what do we talk about when you're thinking, well, I don't know if I can do the 2 a day, whatever. When you sign up for SmartShip, which is basically, it's on every single month, it'll get delivered. You get an email notification like days before, and then a couple of days before saying it's coming. Do you want to make any changes or cancel? You can cancel your SmartShip by logging in and just hitting the button cancel. You don't have to call anyone, talk to anyone, do anything like that. When you get on SmartShip, what I love about this is that the first month, if you're not getting in on a sale, you're going to pay full price. And then every month after that, you get 22% off. The fourth consecutive month, they're going to send free product. We don't know what that looks like. But you can earn free product. Like you can earn your product for free every month on SmartShip, because as a customer on SmartShip, you get a referral code. You can send that code. So if your sister or your brother or your aunt or your coworker or your friends are like, oh my gosh, like you look amazing, you feel amazing, because people really see the difference. You can send them that referral code. If they place an order, and you have two people decide to place, you have two people that are like, oh, I want to place an order, I love this so much, that's going to pay for your SmartShip product the following month. So that referral, there's no fees or there's nothing. There's no cancellation fees, there's no fee to enroll, there's no monthly fees that are associated with it. It's just, you're getting your product, you're loving your ketones, you're loving the way you're feeling, people are seeing the way you feel, they actually want to do it with you. You send them a referral code, they jump along for the ride, and then you're getting free product. So it's a really awesome way to continue on beyond your first 10 days, because these 10 days are amazing. You're going to be able to sample, figure out which ones you love, but it's meant to be moving forward, right? To really hit those goals, really break that plateau that you have been dying to get over. And once you feel the way you feel in ketosis, and once you experience living better and having this energy, being present with your family, doing all of these amazing things, and you do the research and see how amazing it is for your body, for so many ailments, so many diseases, all of it, you're not going to want to stop. You can put your SmartShip on hold and do all of that, but continuing on long-term is something that you are going to want to do and share with the world around you, because you're going to see just how awesome it feels. So I am very excited for you to get started with your 10 days with us. If you have any questions, do not hesitate to reach out and ask me. And be sure, like I said, water, electrolytes, check out the Biohacker's Guide, all of that in order to have maximum results and really experience the difference in these 10 days. Bye, guys.